Brent, you've been able to see Octavius grow since he got here. Having a running back in the backfield, a dynamic runner in the backfield is always a quarterback's best friend. From your standpoint, what have you seen out of him? Coach mentioned his catching ability, but what has he really improved on? He scored 8 touchdowns over the past 2 games. But what's been his biggest development from your standpoint?
Well, I think I said it the other week, but as a running back, when you take a year off and then you get back into game mode, it's tough to kind of pick up where you left off. So I think the more times he carries it this year, the more he's going to improve, and it's kind of showing right now. And then also his catching ability. When he first got here, I'm going to tell him a little bit. He wasn't very good at catching the football, but we worked hard this summer, and he worked his tail off to get better at it, and as you can see, it's paying off. So he's put in the work, and he deserves all the success that he's having.
Brent, looking ahead to North Texas, what do they do defensively that you guys need to key in on and work on this week in practice to overcome?
They're a good defense. It starts with the coaching. They're well coached. Like he said, we're probably going to see a lot of man coverage just because, we're down in numbers out there at receiver. They're going to try to bring a lot of pressure, disguise a lot of different things, and force you into making bad decisions. So we'll have a good plan like we always do going in, and as long as we execute, it's about us, and I think we'll be okay.
What's the big difference when Coach Franklin came down and he coached from the second half from the field? From an interaction standpoint, is it a bigger difference when you're not on the field as opposed to when you are on the field to be able to talk to him face to face instead of over the headphones?
For me personally, it's not too much of a difference. We're going to have the same type of communication no matter what. But speaking for everybody else, he's a phenomenal leader. Obviously, he's a great coach, but his leadership ability and he kind of just understands the pulse of our team and what we need to hear at a certain time. So I think for a lot of the other guys, it was very, very big for him to be down there, and I think that he got us jump started that second half, and as you can see, it paid off for us.
I know this isn't a team that's going to hang their hat on what they accomplished last year, but considering that you beat North Texas last year 41-7, can you contrast with what they did last year to what they do now that may pose more of a challenge than what you faced last year?
Schematically, it's tough to tell right now just because it's early in the season, that kind of thing. We had some success last year. That doesn't mean much at all. They've grown up as a group, a new coaching staff, changing their front a little bit. They're going to, show more pressure, bail certain guys, bring some guys, try to create some confusion. So last year they were a little more simple. They just tried to do their base stuff. So a little more complex this year, and that's something that we're going to prepare for.
When you guys were down 27-7, what was the mood on the sideline for the guys, you and yourself and the team?
I don't think we ever lost belief. I think that we know we're capable of scoring points very quickly. The first half, that just wasn't us. We didn't execute, but we didn't hang our heads. We came out with some emotion and had a big scoring drive, and then defense kept us in it with some stops. So it was a lot of fun just to see that momentum keep building and see the atmosphere. Everybody, not only on the sidelines, but the whole atmosphere in the stands was just a pretty cool experience to see, and we ended up getting it done, so it was fun.
Dealing with a lot of new receivers, and they've had drops over the past couple of games, but that still hasn't really stopped, the offensive productivity. What are you telling them on the sideline after a drive where it may not go your way and they have drops, and you're still able to fight back?
Just keep your head up. These guys know that they can make plays. I know that they can make plays. I've seen them do it countless times. So, bad plays are going to happen. They happen to us all. It's just part of the game. You got to have a short memory. So it's my job to just keep them positive, keep encouraging them. And as you can see, the guys that had drops ended up having, making big-time plays later on in the game. So that just shows their mental toughness and their ability to overcome that stuff and make plays. Thanks, guys.